Boom.
We're
We
live.
are now live. Live from Chicago, Virginia, or West Virginia, Florida, and
Maryland.
Maryland. We are live.
We are
Lulu
live.
is
Welcome,
here.
guys.
As you can see, Lulu's beauty closet. She is there. She'll be right back. So, we do
We're
we
so
have
happy to
anyone
have
here? We
Veronica
have three people.
tonight.
We have four people. If anyone's there, go ahead and say hello. Say hello.
And I always want to know what people's scent of the day is.
We can start with the oh hi Saga. We got one. Oh hey Jamie.
Hi,
Jamie's there. Hey
everybody.
Jackie. Coral.
Hello, friends.
Hello Debbie.
I see Alicia and
Okay.
Latanya at the top, so say hi to them.
Hello G. More better. Leah.
Leah.
Latanya
Oh,
is
we're
still
so
here.
fast.
Carisha. Stephanie. Alicia. Mamina. I'm just gonna say all the names.
Francis, hey.
Francis, Stephanie, Jackie, Birdie. We got a lot of people in here. I'm gonna get
Yes. Woo,
fatigued.
woo. Life on a budget in the house. I love it. Lucinda, I hope y'all
Yeah.
all have libations or coffee or tea or water, whatever pleasure.
Because look, we're
We
all.
cheers. Cheers to Fragcom
Cheers.
and cool folks. Clink.
Salud.
What are you guys drinking?
Well,
I
I'm
am on a
drinking.
Chardonnay. Sorry.
I'm drinking Ros Prosecco.
Okay.
She's the whole bottle. She's not playing. How about you?
Got a pink Moscato. It was just an easy grab.
Oh yeah, you could pass that over here later.
Okay, will do.
So we're waiting for Lulu. I really. Oh,
Island
is she
girl.
back? Oh,
Tech
as soon as
team.
Lulu comes in, I will start because I want to give a little bit of expression of how I feel tonight.
Oh, how cute.
She's probably mixing up that drink real good.
Yeah.
Life on a
I've already
budget
said
said,
it.
how do you highlight the thing? Do you do it, Kia? Or
You
like when you
click on
highlight
it.
the thing?
Click on the comment.
I, I can't do it. But so life on a budget. She watches my other channel, so she knows it's past my bedtime. Yes, I would have normally been watching this in pajamas. So, but for you
Oh, there
guys,
we go.
anything.
Okay, so Morbeta's
Ooh,
wearing Yara layer with Mambusin
That
Star.
was fun.
I've always wanted to try that.
I have one of the marble signs, but I don't know the name of it.
I've
But
always
it
wanted to
smells a
try
little
that
like
one.
La Via Belle.
La Vie est belle.
Mm-hmm.
Anisha.
let's get that glass
Anisha.
and a bucket.
Hi,
Yes.
I got a
Debbie's
lot going
wearing
on.
and Arabian Blanca. That's okay. Coco Beneath. Hey, Tammy.
welcome back,
Hey,
Lulu.
Tammy.
Hey,
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, Lulu, you're back.
yes.
Yes, okay, because I was waiting for you. I wanted to say something before we get started. So
Okay.
for some reason, these lovely ladies chose me to be the host today.
You
So
chose yourself.
this is
Let's make that
this,
clear. You chose yourself.
I chose
Uh,
myself. Okay. So I wanted to say that it is such an honor. And I really look up to each one of these ladies here. And I'm like so how can I say like honored? I mean, I can't believe that, you would share this space with me. For real. I really, really appreciate it. I look up to each and every one of you. I've been watching you all before I even started, my channel and all of that. So, thank you. Thank you. Thank
We
you.
love you,
We
Rose.
love you,
That's,
Rose. Of course.
Thank you.
that's
Thank
so
you.
sweet.
So what are you all
Super
drinking
sweet,
now?
Okay.
dude.
Since I just got
So,
here, what are you all drinking?
oh,
I know she gonna make me cry, but I'm not.
You
I'm
know,
I'm
I'm
gonna
drinking
take
like
a sip and I'm gonna
champagne.
be all right.
sentimental in my old age. She's got champagne. We Kia.
Oh,
Pink Moscato.
I'm a Chardonnay hoe all the way. How about you,
so I
Louis?
went and made a real cocktail. See, okay,
I
Malibu and
knew it.
lemonade. I had the deep
Okay.
Eddie vodka
A hard
out, and I
lemonade?
said I was gonna
Malibu.
have vodka and lemon, but you know,
Well, we
Oh,
have to do
okay.
this
another
is
another cheers.
Malibu and lemonade.
Bracom, good people, and all that. Ching ching, clink clink, and
Yes.
all the
Clink,
things.
Clinton.
clink,
Salud.
clink.
Salud.
And
Salud.
as I was going upstairs to get this, my son-in-law came in with Popeyes, so I have chicken strips and fries too.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Love it.
Yeah.
Boy, fried
I mean,
chicken on the line, Lulu.
if I'm drinking, you gotta have some greasy chicken, right? I mean, it's a combo.
It's called
With the
Geezer,
Malibu.
Geezer or
With
something
the
like
Malibu.
that. As they used to say.
All right. So tonight's live is about complex fragrances that are worth a sniff. So, we're not talking about, Marc Jacobs Perfect and those easy peasy, simple fragrances that are beautiful and they're nice. We're talking about different type of things that you might, well, most definitely get a sample of before you get into that, or it's for people that are more into different types of things, just more open-minded, I would say. So that's what we're talking about tonight. And I don't know if anyone would like to be the first to give their first fragrance. Anybody?
Hold on, I'm getting myself together. Okay, I got you. Why is
Okay.
this all coming up? I'm trying to do the right thing and have some notes. Give me a second. What just happened here? Okay, so let me just go with this one. We're gonna
Thank you,
say
baby.
Jessica Bianchi, Under My Skin.
Ooh,
Ooh.
nice one.
So Francesca Bianchi is not for everybody to begin with. Let's be honest. She is not. You have to like some serious animalic because that is her DNA. It's very animalic. She loves civet. She loves all of that. So you really have to be into this. This was the very first one I ever tried. Amina, where's Amina? You see Amina, don't you, Kia? Amina gave me some samples. So because she loves Francesca Bianchi, and now I do. And so this is, how can I describe it? It's kind of ambery, it's very thick, it's very sexy. So it's called Under My Skin for a reason because it really does feel like it's part of your skin and part of your DNA. It's a very sensual fragrance. And as you wear it, it warms up on your skin and becomes part of you. So it's under your skin. And this was like when I was really just getting into different fragrances. So this was like really surprising that I liked it at the time. So this was my first, and now I own like 9. But I'm excessive like that. So this is
I think we all
Francesca
are here.
Under My Skin, right?
9.
That's intense. And Lulu, is that your fave, or do you have a fave from the house?
It was my fave, but now my fave is Sex and the Sea, which is actually her lighter one because it's more tropical. So it's a sexy tropical, and I have Sex and the Sea Neroli, but I like them both. But I like Sex and the Sea, the original one, better. But Sex and the Sea is, whoo, that's a great summer fragrance in a way that we all like to smell different. So
Mhm.
when I actually go
Mhm.
out in the streets, I want to smell different.
Nice.
Okay, okay. Veronica, what do you have there? What are you hiding?
And I'm going to talk about this again tomorrow morning. Have y'all a sniff of the newest Jean Paul Gaultier? I don't even know if it's new or
Oh,
old, but it's a limited edition. And
She don't
you
like it.
haven't?
She don't like it. She don't like it.
Who? Who doesn't like it? So let me talk about that. So this is called La Belle Flower. So Kia, when I first tried, because I blind bought it, I was like, this is a disaster. What the heck? did I do? Because it smelled horrible on the opening. It smelled like a peach tea, Snapple peach
Okay.
tea, like gone rancid a little bit, but for like a few seconds. But I done the whole spray down, and as it started to develop, it changed and morphed, and it's like you're rewarded with this beautiful, soft osmanthus, and I forget what else. It's a floral magnolia, I believe
Vetiver,
is the
yeah,
yeah.
magnolia and vetiver. That vetiver gives it a sharp greenness.
And so as it progresses, it becomes really complex, very mature, very beautiful, super sexy. Husband walked into the office after a long day, and I have been wearing this all day. Well, I did spray myself down, but wearing it all day. He walked in and he was like mesmerized by it. So, had I in the first few minutes, I don't know if I wore it the whole time, but it got so much better and sexier in the dry down. So it's complex because it fools you. Okay,
Okay.
and it stays first sprayed on, and then it turns into worth the wait. So, and
Okay.
it's limited
Okay.
edition. It has this beautiful like ceramic flower on it, which I think is gorgeous.
I think so too. Now, first off, hey everybody, I just noticed all these people, lovely people in here waiting, talking to us.
Hello,
So,
everyone.
so since I'm good at this part here, I'll watch because I'm in it. This correct? I'll watch the chat and put up stuff when we need it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Because I
I
know.
was just
Go ahead.
mhm. I was just telling Veronica, like, when I got the decant, I was just kind of like, "Ugh, it's not my vibe really, but I'm
Yeah.
open and willing to give it a chance, like, especially with your recommendation. Like, I'm not totally off put and it's a total dislike. It's not that. It just
This
wasn't
wasn't, yeah.
something that I'm like, I need the full bottle and I want to wear this tomorrow. It just wasn't one of those for me.
Well, for
Can
me,
understand
to
that.
be honest, you are a person too, just like all of us. We know to wait because I hate those people when you like see them. They're like catch and release, and they like spray. I sprayed it 3 times and I hate it. I'd be like, really? That's it? That's all it took was
Yeah.
3 times.
Yeah.
And I did blind buy it also for the bottle, and then I bought it from Gautier. And did you get the little note, the little tote bag and everything with it?
No, I got gypped. It's got
When I bought it, they were giving away a free tote bag and stuff when I bought it because it had just came
you got
out.
it straight from the website. You got it from the website.
Mm-hmm.
Cute. Okay, should I go next?
Yes.
So I actually wanted to ask you guys, like, what is your definition of complex? I know it seems like, oh, we should all kind of get it, but just when I'm searching my collection, I was like, I
That's
feel
true.
like I like simple perfumes. It was kind of hard to think, what would somebody else think is complex? Is it a whole lot of notes? Is it a challenging fragrance? And so I think for the most part, I decided that my complex fragrances were ones that were a little bit more challenging for me personally, and that I always have to kind of think twice, like, is this the vibe I'm going for today? Am I in the mood? Because it comes with a little bit more complexity than I'm
Yeah.
ready to smell all day. So the first one that I have is Triumph of Bacchus by Argos.
Oh, I want that one.
So this one is this nice rum, saffron. It has some fruits at the top, apple and peach. And then it goes into the tonka, patchouli, vetiver, and it definitely has that tobacco in there. Vanilla amber, sandalwood, and musk. So this particular one I got because it was being talked about a lot, honestly. And I was just like, I'm ready to know what that smells like. So I went ahead and grabbed it. But it is quite complex and challenging for me. It gives off some masculine vibes. It
Oh.
is just one that I definitely have to be in the mood to wear.
What is a
Maybe
similar?
before vanilla.
What's similar to that one? Give me a vibe. Like what's? I feel like it was
So
compared to something.
yeah, so I saw that it was being compared to Mancera's red tobacco.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
something about red tobacco that I might like a little bit more, even though it's equally as unisex / masculine to me.
Mm-hmm.
I just think this is more heavier on the rum and the saffron, and I could use a little bit more vanilla. So
Mhm.
this one also puts me in the same vibe as um I don't want to say La Capitale because La Capitale leans a bit more feminine to me
Mhm.
and it doesn't have rum in it. But
That's on my wish list.
I need to send you something because I want you to smell it. I'll
Oh,
think of the
Triumph.
other two. I'll think of the other two that I have that I'm always like, which one do I like more? Why do I like this one more? Why do I like it
Mhm.
less? But again, it's complex for me. So I'm just always feeling a little on the fence about it and not sure if I'm ready to wear it.
How's the longevity on that one?
I don't know because I'm sure it's a while because I literally haven't even worn it because I'm
You
constantly
admitted
like,
your body is science.
You're
yes,
it's a little scary.
I'm not decided on it. I can't decide whether it's one for me, one I don't feel like wearing, all of that. Triumph of Bacchus, love sampling that one. Ooh, great to hear, Saga. So I'm so curious to see what Rose would think. I have to get you some.
So I guess it's my turn.
Yes, your turn.
Okay. So this one is one that I recently like. It's one of the newest fragrances that I've been wearing it a few days, but when you love something, you don't need a whole week, you don't need 2 weeks, you don't need a month to know that you love it. Okay. So this one is actually a dupe. I love my dupes. If you've been
We
watching me,
lo-
you
we
know I love some dupes because
No
I'm not
disclaimer
rich.
needed.
Okay. Sometimes, you know. So this one is actually a dupe of Creed, Queen of Silk. So
okay.
quick, this is a funny little story time. Me being dumb, right? Because I got this from a beautiful person that passes on to me, and I saw that it said, I'm not in, like, I don't know about Creed. I've never paid attention to them because it's such, I'm like, oh, such an expensive, oh, so much money. And I saw that it says 1760, and I know that some Jerjoffs have like numbers and stuff. So I was like, that sounds like it's probably something really like, I don't know. I probably won't like it. 1760, that's such a long time ago. And, and I was like, I'll smell it later. I'll smell it later, right? So I never really smelled it. I just had it there. I was like, I'll smell it later. I'll smell it, Creed, so expensive, blah, blah, blah. So I bought this based on someone that I saw was talking about, Jenny from Perfumes with Jenny. She's a Spanish channel. Hola, Jenny. She talked about
Hola.
this one, and the way she described it, I was like, "Oh, that sounds really interesting." And then she said that it was a dupe for Queen of Silk. And when I went to buy a sample, I know I said quick story time. I'm so sorry. When I went to buy a sample, I was looking and I was seeing the pictures of the samples that I was buying, and it showed that the name was on the back. And I was like, "Wait a minute." When I went to go look at the sample, I was like, it says Queen of, so I had it the whole time. I almost bought a sample and I already had a sample of this. Okay. So, anyways, fast forward to today. So I'm spraying this on my hand because this is good. Okay. This is good. And I consider this complex. Queen of Silk. Because I'm gonna give you the notes and everything. I have the notes, okay? It has saffron, osmanthus, magnolia, passion fruit, tuberose, patchouli, oud. Okay, it has some oud, Madagascar vanilla, ambroxan, myrrh, musk, incense, and cedarwood. So all of that is like, whoa, right?
Right.
But it is sexy. And the oud is so well done. It's not anything that will scare you, well, at least not me. It won't scare you
Yeah, I
away.
didn't know I had oud in it.
Yeah. So here she is. This is the dupe. It's called Arriba. And look at her, the
Okay.
sliding door. Look at the sliding
Get
door.
out of here.
Okay. Isn't that
Fancy.
so? This
You're
is a
doing the cat.
crazy bottle, right? And I'm gonna take it out of here so you can see that it comes with this stand so that, because look how the bottle is. You see? It's like a bullet.
Oh,
Ooh.
It's like a
Look at
bullet
that.
and it's purple. You can't see,
pinky.
but it's purple. And so that's why they give you this, so that it won't fall, in
Same.
your collection and all of that. So this smells really good, and it is a 98% dupe. This is not gonna knock you out. It's not crazy like Shagaf Oud or anything like that. It's sexy. It's there. It's present, but it's not like something like a beast. Maybe if it gets to beast mode later, that would be beautiful. But for now, this is just sexy, and it's just it's you get the passion fruit and the oud and the spices, and it's so good. It's so good. So who knew? I didn't even know Queen of Silk was so good. That is
Okay.
mine. That's mine. All right.
Definitely
I'm
want to
sorry.
get some nose on.
That was
All the
very long.
moves.
I'm sorry.
I
I
say
love
some
a long
good.
short story. I love a
Right.
long short story. And just for the record, Rose, I get what you're saying because I've been like, oh, I really want to try some stuff and thinking maybe I should try to get a sample. And then I start looking through stuff and it's like, well, damn it, I've had a sample for like 2 years. I
Yeah.
have a whole bag of samples that Veronica sent me
Oh God.
eons ago.
There's a quarter
I just
somewhere
found
waiting.
it. I just found it. Kia sent me a bunch of stuff, some duas. They're here. They're here.
Lulu, I went through the Amouage Discovery Kit. Like, when was it? Monday, Tuesday? I've gone through it before, but I was revisiting it more thoroughly. So yes, I've had that for about 2 years.
Right. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to be better. It's not working,
What's your
but I'm
next one,
trying.
Lulu?
Oh no, it's
What you got
Veronica's
next?
turn.
Who's
Oh, it's
going
Veronica.
next?
So you
Veronica.
want this round? Okay. So who has tried Lineage? Speaking of amouage,
Oh, yes.
I
Recently,
still haven't tried
recently.
looks
it.
like joyous hands up. Lulu, how about you?
You know what? I did, but I don't remember it because I had that whole 4-pack with guidance and lineage, but I don't remember it. So I said I
Not
need to try it
even.
again.
All right. So sometimes when I read the description, I pick up what I'm supposed to pick up, but most of the time I, and that's why it's complex. Key, I love your question about like what is complex. This one does something every time. It's up in a sort of it has a mood every time. So there's definitely some myrrh, there's pepper, and tonight I'm getting aquatic violet. Sometimes I get exotic spa oils, like it smells almost like eucalyptus with
Yep.
incense and that thing.
Mhm.
Always smells really heavenly, very ethereal, and has a clean vibe, even though like in the background, there's something that could be perceived as sensory or even smoky days, because and smoke aren't always combined in a fragrance, but it's super duper luxe. Like most describe it as a spa smell. It's
That
hard to describe. And when you
that
look at
bottle
the
is
name,
beautiful.
it is, and the lighting in here is horrible. I haven't like bright lights, so it's greenish bluish color, mega long lasting, super beast mode, and I don't have anything else in my collection that smells like this. So
I
Veronica,
love it.
I know that Kia has that one. She talked about that one in the ginger live that we did about
yes,
ginger
there's ginger.
fragrances.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, and I got a sample because I'm obsessed with these Amouage bottles lately.
Right.
And the first thing when I sprayed the sample of Lineage, the first thing I went directly like I'm in a spa. It smelled like I'm in a spa.
Yes.
That's what it smelled
Yes.
like.
Yes.
But so much spices and so much going on. And it was very interesting. I'm not gonna buy it.
That's
I'm gonna buy
right.
it. But you know what it's
Got to
and you
try
know
it.
what it smells like? But you know what it smells like to me? Black orchid. Smell
You
black
think?
orchid. Yes, it smells like black orchid with like a aquatic vibe.
Okay. I
Tell
can
me I'm not
imagine that.
crazy.
Interesting.
I can
I,
That's
I
imagine
would,
it.
interesting.
yeah,
That. Yeah.
that's what I got.
So
I think it's very close to Kind Intentions by Navitus and Blue Turquoise by Armani. Like they're very much in that same
yeah.
Oh, blue
family.
turquoise.
Mineral notes, the bit of
Yes.
vanilla and
Mineral.
incense.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
don't tempt me.
Very,
Don't
very
tempt me with blue
positive.
turquoise. I'm
Yes,
Right.
watching
I
about
love
it.
mimosa. I love mimosa. It's one of my favorites.
Yes. Hey,
Soapy yellow
Janda.
florals. Yes.
Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so in reference to complex, I agree with you, Kia. Um,
Hmm.
for me, complex means I'm kind of challenged to wear it sometimes, but I don't want to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because there's some things you be like, okay, I don't want it, but then there's some things
Yes.
we're gonna get together. We're gonna become friends at some point. But right now,
Right.
we're still working on that friendship. So,
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, let me give you all this one. Let me get the notes because I didn't pull up the notes for this one. This is Serge Luton Tuberose Criminal.
Ooh.
Tuberose Criminal. So, of course, it's a tuberose, which is already, we know, I love tuberoses. So, this should be a no brainer. However, it's not. And the notes don't seem like what it is. So, the notes are like there's some cloves, some nutmeg, some styrax, hyacinth, and that's what I'm getting the most of. I was trying to figure out what am
Mm.
I smelling, but it's not tuberose. It's the hyacinth in it. So the hyacinth is very strong, and then you're adding these spices, and it has orange blossom musk and vanilla. So it's the hyacinth that has been bothering me. I've been trying to figure out what is it about this fragrance that is driving me insane. It's the hyacinth because it's like this should be something. This should be a no-brainer. It's white florals. It's got spices. It's got vanilla. I should be like in it, but it's the hyacinth, and the hyacinth is giving it. It's doing something strange to it because and I like the scent of hyacinth, the flowers in the yard, but it's something about it combined with the white florals. It's giving it this screechy, strong, in the beginning, kind of very hard to put on. And that's for real. Cause I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna wear it today. And I'm like, okay, no, because you're going out. And I have this feeling that it's, it
As
just
soon as
feels
you
like
smell
people
it,
gonna
you're
be like,
like, mm.
this is an at-home fragrance for now. Because there's something about it that makes me feel like people are gonna smell and be like, what is she wearing? Instead of the, ooh, who is that? They could be like, who is so it's hard for me to wear this one. And it's not like a super masculine. It's just this really weird thing going on at the top. So it's tuberose criminal. And I say it like that because Gabby says it like that. Tuberose criminal. I can't speak as deep as she does. But everything she says sounds like it's in a film noir movie. Tuberose criminal, darlings. I mean,
I want to keep on with the Amouage train.
okay.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Guidance.
Yes.
I knew
Yes.
somebody had to pull out guidance. I knew
We had
somebody
to.
Listen,
had to pull that one out.
we couldn't
Of
leave her
course. Of course.
out of the live. Like,
We
so
couldn't.
this one, for anyone who may have not had an opportunity to smell this has notes of like pear and hazelnut. There's osmanthus, rose, saffron, oud, sandalwood, ambergris. But really, what took me aback when I first got my sample, and I was like, "What is this olive juice?" I could not figure out like what it was. Now, people are a bit more salacious online and say it smells like a vagina, but I
Oh,
think that's
I want to know who.
a little
You know what? Here's my thing. When I
close.
heard that, I'm like, whose vagina smells like this? Honestly, I need to
like, it
show a
smells like
hand.
olive juice. I thought the combination of like that tart, bright pear, along with the hazelnut, it just and then there's this ambergris in it. I was getting like an olive juice,
I'll
but
give you closer to olive juice than
that's why.
coochie juice, vagina juice. Okay. I was like, where did they get
Exactly.
this
I
shit
was
from?
like, where are people getting this? But as she sat on my skin and dried down, it is the most beautiful, beautiful fragrance I have ever smelled. Well, yeah, because for a long time, if you watched my channel from the beginning, like I was Delina exclusive spokesperson, poster child. Like I could not do a video without talking about Delina exclusive, but she dethroned Delina.
Ooh,
So
that's serious.
Wow.
yeah, because she's
Wow.
That's a
so
commitment.
gorgeous. How here's a kicker though. If you've tried Guidance 46, at first I was like, She good, she cute, but she's not given the springtime, beautiful, elegant, um, strong woman like fragrance like the OG. But since I've been wearing her too, she's just as gorgeous. So right now, I don't know if it's because the weather is a little warmer, but she sometimes the tartness of the pear can feels a little sour to me. So in the
Mm.
46, there's more vanilla, I think, and it's a little bit more approachable. You don't get that like, are we sour? Because I was like, I wore it the other day, and I was just kind of like, am I coming off kind of sour? Like I'm not sure,
Mm.
but I put all of that behind me because I know she smells great. So I actually really like 46 just as much as I like her, the OG.
I do too. Now that I have them both, and I was not a guidance lover. It took a,
Yeah, I remember that. I was praying for you.
You were hating on her because
I
of all the
mean,
hype, probably. Right?
well, here, no, I had tried guidance. Like I said,
You
I
just didn't
tried
like
it before. I had it because when they did that first Scent Explorer, they gave them out then. So I tried
it.
guidance years ago.
Okay. Yeah.
So
God has
now
been
the
coming
person
my
who
way.
loved guidance in my household is my son-in-law. He's always
Mm.
loved it on him. So he's been wearing it. So then I said, well, let me just finally go on and get it. I will say I have grown to like it more. And I will say it is a compliment getter, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Baby,
I don't know what
Absolutely.
it is.
you will
Yeah.
get compliments. If your self-esteem needs some boosting, if you're having a bad day, if you don't feel pretty that
Some
day,
therapy.
throw on some guidance. The
Lulu, tell
world is
them what
gonna
it.
love you.
Lulu, tell them what you call the
The guidance
effect.
effect.
The
The
guidance
guidance effect.
effect.
Guidance
The
effect.
guidance effect. Everybody loves you in that moment. They will run after you with your
Crystal
guidance
there. I
on.
don't know how it does that. I agree.
Yeah.
What you got up next, Rose?
Okay, so what I have here is something that, of course, is not something that is easy to wear, oh, whenever, that. So, and I feel like it's not talked about so much, but it is Blue Amber by Montal.
Oh,
It's a
Oh,
beautiful like dark blue. I don't know if you can't really see the blue, you know. Sometimes the bottles look way more blue and like when you go to buy them and online and all of that. So, yeah. So this one, first of all, I'm going to spray it because I like to do that. Okay. Oh, it's so good. Okay. So this is definitely powdery and I'm eating it. Okay. I'm going to
oh
give you the
no.
notes. It has amber. It has amber, vanilla, patchouli, coriander, geranium, vetiver, and bergamot. So I do get that coriander, which what is a little bit annoying at first, but then it calms down and it settles down, and you just get this beautiful powdery patchouli, vanilla. It's so good. It's so good. Also, I wanted to mention that this is similar to Halebop by Tiziana Terenzi. Such a
Oh.
beautiful bottle. They are similar. And if I had to choose one, I probably have to choose Halibop because it's a little bit more vanilla. It's more smooth, kind of. It's less powdery, but it has all these spices. It has cinnamon. Oh, it is so good. Good, good, good. But these are complex because I feel like my definition of complex is that not everybody will smell this and be like, "Oh, I want to buy it," or I want to wear this. These are fragrances that are more for people that are more open-minded, are into more spices or, just oud and other types of things that is not just, the normal thing that you would see at Ulta. Which Ulta, you cannot see things anymore because they put everything behind the glass.
lock everything up. Damn.
Yep.
Okay, drop the mic.
I love that. I've never smelled that one before.
They're really good. Really good. Who else has tried? Have any of you tried these?
You talking about the
That
blue
is one
amber?
of the. I have not tried any of the Montal Ambers. The thing with
Oh.
Montal is that and you can get in a rabbit hole if you start
Hmm.
like looking at certain things with them.
Oh
So
yeah.
so I'm trying to stay out of certain rabbit holes because it'll be like, oh, I need all of them. Because then I'm going to do a video of all of them. You know, it's like, oh, vanilla. Let me get every vanilla they have.
And
And
you
then
have
I'll
a
do
lot, Lulu. You have a lot of Montals, Lulu.
I do.
Right, which are all like a
Actually,
different version of the Montals.
right. So I try to like make sure I buy different types of Montals as opposed to
Mm.
like getting caught in a rabbit hole because I could so easily. Because I have very
Slip,
little self
slip in
control.
the rabbit hole. Slip in.
I have very little self control.
Okay, here's one. Since she was talking about that one, I want to mention this one.
Which one is that?
Crazy
Butter
in
No,
candy?
I
Love by
want it.
Montal.
I
The
want it.
bottle, pretty as that.
Crazy in Love.
Oh, the crazy in
So
love
this is
one.
Crazy in Love by Montal. I really, really love this because I feel like it's a more feminine version of Arabian Sanka.
Which I
Hmm.
never liked.
It has a sweeter rose and some brown sugar in it that just takes it to another level. And it is a beast, of course, because it is Montal. And what can I say? Like, you just smell like an Arabian princess, like just doing it and being fabulous. So
That's it.
I
I'm
love
buying
this
it after this
one.
live. I'm gonna go buy it.
The bottle is so pretty.
You won't
I love
regret it.
it.
You won't regret it.
I know. I have a sample.
Rose is so crazy. I love it.
All right, Miss Veronica, what do you have for us?
We be back on the next round. Okay, who has tried Quattro by Virgil?
Oh
Anybody?
yes, yes.
This
It's
was another one when
beautiful.
I first moved it initially. I'll make a mistake, but you gotta give it a second to start to kind of bloom on your skin. And you do have to
Yeah.
like tuberose. This is a tuberose fragrance for me more than anything. A lot of
Mhm.
people that this smells rouge malic and yes, some similarities, but to me they're different fragrances. So this has coconut. It's a greener tuberose. Rouge
Mhm.
malachite to me, and it's very, very creamy, probably from coconut. And I don't know what else is in here. Let me look in here. There's tonka bean in the base
Tobacco.
as well. Tobacco, right? Tobacco leaf, and there's a boozy aspect to this. All. But to me, this is super sophisticated, and it's really, really smooth for it to have such a distinct, because I don't think of green as being like smooth and robust and round. I tend to think of them as like sprightly and fresh and associate them with spring and warm weather. But like Coca-Cola, really? See, y'all have to stop suggesting this stuff because then I can't unsmell what you suggest.
Right.
Coca-Cola, I get it. I totally accept that. Love this, and it's long lasting. And I think the bottle, I mean, it's the Casamarati line, but I like and the sticker
So cute.
reminds me.
I have the baby bottle. I have the baby bottle. I need to get the big bottle.
Yeah.
Me too.
Anyway,
Love the
long
tassel.
lasting, really good, very
Love
pretty.
it.
This is another one that it's not quite it's like in terms of the compliments and the sillage and all of that, but this holds its own in the air, and people really like it. Air of mystery and familiarity at the same time. People sniffing, so this is really, really good. The complexity comes from the fact that there's so many different kinds of notes forming these interesting accords, a chord, a floral accord, a creamy accord, all of that together, and it just kind of works with the green together. So if you haven't tried it out, you got to let it roast. I strongly suggest this. Shout out to everybody that just joined the chat. There's a lot of cool folks in there. Hey everyone, good night. Not good night.
And
Good night. Like
everyone, remember,
So you say good
remember
night,
that
they'll
you
be
don't
like,
need
oh, they're done.
compliments. People will not compliment. People will smell you, even if you smell amazing. They will not
you
say
are so
anything.
stingy.
They will
Compliment.
not say
I'm
anything, and they'll
under.
be like, "Oh yeah, you do smell good."
You know what
You
I
know they're
hate is
sitting
like,
there admiring you scent, right?
and you know and you know it's your job. They know it's you. You know what I'm saying? Because they know when you walk through the room, you
Mhm,
smell good. But don't you hate
mhm.
like you're in a space and they're like, "Oh, what smells so good?" And then you're like, "You know it's me. You know,
Oh,
but you
that
can't
you
say
know that
it."
that one compliment is like, "Who smells like that?" And you know it's
Right.
you. Like,
Well,
I
yeah.
tell them it's me.
that's
Thank
me.
you.
That's me.
I say it's me. Thank you so much.
Weird,
Can I
weird way
say?
of complimenting, but thank you.
I totally agree. But can I say one thing about Quattro Pizzi? Because, and why I love it even more. So, one of my favorite fragrances for men is Nishane's Fan Your Flames. And so I feel like Quattro Pizzi is the female version, the women's version of that.
I'm gonna have
I
to
So
buy
agree.
you're
my
hoping
husband
that
that then. I'm going
Yes.
to have to buy my husband that because
Okay, well,
we could do his and
Maybe
hers
they
then.
Rose, hit me up because I got a
what
bottle
did
of
you
it.
say,
I don't want.
Veronica?
You
Rose,
do?
hit me up. Yeah, I do. I've been trying to sell it because it's too masculine for me. Fan your flames. I agree with Kia. It smells good, and I get compliments when I wear it.
So
I just feel
dreamy.
like I just feel like if a man has hugged me and his fragrance is all over me, and I don't
Oh.
have a man right now, and it's like that man that you like, but he likes you more than you like him, and but he smells good, so you hug him, right? You hug him because he smells good, but you're like, damn, I wish I really liked your ass. Fuck, you
that's
smell good.
hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? So I've met a few of those in my life. You be like,
But yeah, Quattro Pizzi is the perfect complement, like a his and hers type of fragrance. And I think it is, I'm so excited to have it because I kind of feel like Fan Your Flames is too masculine for me. But
It is.
that is
But it's so
the
good.
resolve, is the Quattro
Yes.
the
Pizzi.
dolls. It's for the dolls.
Thank
I
you
Cuatro
for
I
pisi.
the
You
see.
have to say it
Can
like that.
I just say one
Cuatro
thing? It was
pisi.
a question.
see. I'm trying to like
So
do halfway decent, but I'm probably gonna buy because then I bought Dia 40. No one knows this, but I had actually bought Dia 40 recently after I bought Guidance 46. We're not even gonna talk about that. It's a bad time for me right now. It's a bad time for me. Okay, so my next complex, and I have to like give a shout out to my boy, the indomitable, the weird as hell, but we love him all, Vincent of Dreamhouse Security.
Okay.
His fragrances are always a little. So this one is called Succubus. Now I have to say, I bought it because of the name. I wanted it because of
Thank
the
you.
name.
what's the name again? Is
Succubus.
this actually with the F
Succubus.
or S?
Succubus. As in,
I don't know
so
what
when
you
I
said.
thought, I'm just being honest. I love any sexual connotation names, that's a little, they're there, but not everybody's going to catch it. So, succubus. This one is melon and white wine. So it's very fruity, but I mean, if it say something like, that's why I have Kiss My Name, Kiss Me Intense, if it say something and I can be, so when somebody smells it and I smell good, don't let it be a man. Be like, what are you wearing? Kiss My Name. I'm waiting to do that to somebody. I'm waiting to do that. It's just there. I just need to do that at least one time in my life. But okay, anyway, to a man that looks good that I would want to kiss my name and say it's right here. Okay, never mind. So succubus is like this fruity thing vibe. It has lychee. But it really has a heavy melon, which I don't have a lot of melon fragrances. I think I have this, Sunscape, and Sun Fruit.
Okay.
So yeah, and I
So
love
cute.
Sunscape. So, but this melon is a little different because it's a really heavy melon. So this is a really heavy, fruity fragrance, but it's still kind of summery because it's got lychee, it's got the melon, and it has white wine. So it's like a nice white wine, fruity vibe, like almost like a white wine sangria you're wearing.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
this is succubus because some of
Makes
his
you want to say,
newer things are not as complex, but they're still beautiful. So I was looking for one that was super complex to talk about.
okay,
Okay.
I like it. Racy name. Woo.
You got another one for us, Rose?
I do. I do. Okay. So the next one that I have
Okay.
is one that is very affordable. Um, hold on a second. I have it right here. Okay. So this is called Ajadev Dubai Portrait by Latafa. As
Oh,
you can
nice.
Mhm.
see, it's pretty low. I know this bottle's a little crazy. It looks like, I don't know, kind of like a beer glass or something. It looks like I don't know, a fish bowl, an aquarium. It looks like a lot of things. It looks like a lot of things. I don't know. Okay. But what is inside is what counts. Okay. Now,
Absolutely.
yes. First, we're gonna spray because why not? Okay. As long as I don't get it in my glass. Oh.
Please don't do that.
Spray it, spray it, spray
Oh,
it.
this is so good. If you can have smell-o-vision, smell-o-vision. Okay, too
Mhm.
much, too much. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the notes. The
Choking
notes
himself out over
are
there.
orange, lemon, mango, osmanthus,
Mm,
jasmine, oud, sandalwood, musk, and amber. This is a
amazing.
beautiful, sexy summer fragrance. This is a mango based fragrance, but it has that oud in there and, the white florals, the osmanthus and the jasmine to make it such a beautiful, sexy scent, long lasting. I think this is like $25. It's like, why not, and this is actually very similar to Mango Kiss by Stephanie Humbert Lucas 54321. I forget the numbers. You know, I don't
Is
know.
it
I don't know.
777? Oh.
Yeah, that one, but it's actually for me smells even better because that one, the Stephanie Humbert Lucas one, I think has chamomile in it. So it's like it gets a little bit more complex, but this one's a little bit less complex, but it is still complex and it is beautiful. Okay? That's what I
Mhm.
got.
I
That's what I got.
love that one,
You
Rose.
lean,
Great
you
pick.
lean back like, yeah, that's it. That's all. Boom. I got you, girl.
Microphone drop. Microphone drop.
I keep dropping the microphone tonight.
Well, Rose, it's good because we know I can take over a conversation. So I'm good. And so you, Veronica, you got something for us?
We might need a second round. Lulu, you're down to like an inch on that. It's time to top up.
You know, I was thinking about that. That is why I'm eating the chicken because I only had like nuts and yogurt for
Absorb.
lunch.
Yeah.
No, I had nuts and yogurt for lunch, and I was like, "Girl, get you
Oh,
some of that
right
chicken."
through you. It
Right.
absorbed
So
right into the lining of your stomach, and I love it.
exactly. And listen, y'all been around me long enough to know that sober I'm fucked up. We don't want my mouth
Mhm.
and liquored up. Okay,
This
it might
lady.
go real left. So I'm gonna. Why you think I keep? Why you see? I keep leaning down. I'm eating my chicken to make sure that I contain this
Look,
mouth of mine. I'm doing good. Okay, so I have one. I have mine.
Mm.
Okay.
Figment Woman. And I was gonna pull
oh,
out guidance, but I said somebody gonna have guidance for us.
Wait,
So
wait, wait,
You
Figment
wait.
Woman.
already
Wait,
know.
Lulu, wait. Is that why is it metallic? Isn't it? I saw it looks like, is that a special edition?
No, this is an older bottle. This is when
Oh.
Amouage actually did some stuff with their bottles. I
Mm-hmm.
prefer their older bottles because
Yes.
on the top they have the name on it. That is cool. I love that. And then on the side they put the names. So I prefer. I actually like the older bottles better.
Yes.
Because if you look at the older bottles, they have the name right on the
Mhm.
top, right there. You
And they
never
thank
look
you.
noticed
better. And they look better. And they look better.
that? Yeah, so like the older ones are like this. So this is Figments, which is a white floral tuberose. It is what it is. But this one is spicy. It's got the saffron and the pepper. And
Mm-hmm.
something about that pepper and saffron makes it like almost like this sweet spiciness in it. I will say that when I purchased it, I didn't think anybody was gonna like it, but it does get a lot of compliments when I actually do wear it. But it's kind of a sweet spiciness, and then it morphs. Like it doesn't stay in that sweet spicy space. It starts, as it dries down, it becomes more floral. It gets a little more sexy, and then you get the vanilla and that leather and that smokiness. So Figment has so many different places it goes, and it's old school. Amouage. I think guidance is so well liked because it is more old school amouage. Like
Mhm.
Love Mimosa, Love Tuberose, Blossom Love. Those are beautiful fragrances, but they're like the newer, more modern kind. The old school amouages, you gotta go through some stuff to really like them. You gotta. You gotta
Those
spend
will haze
time with
you
them.
up. They will haze you. Yeah.
Me and Interlude still can't get together. We haven't made it. We're done.
You have to
I
push
quit.
Amawar, like old
I
school.
quit Interlude. I'm just trying to sell it. Nobody wants it.
Yeah, I recently I smelled my sample of Figment. I got it yesterday, and it was very interesting, very spicy, very, but it's just very complex, very complex. I said I would have to like give it a few more tries to see if I want that beautiful royal blue and turquoise bottle.
Mm.
But and that's the thing is that people really do. If you're gonna get an amouage, you cannot spray it once or twice and say, especially if you don't like it. You might fall in love with them right away. But if you don't like an amouage, you need to wear it a few more times because you might all of a sudden. Because I hated Sunshine Woman when I first tried it. I couldn't
Oh,
stand that thing, but I love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Smell
I'm
like
still
Jägermeister to
not,
me.
still
Have any of
not.
you in the green bottle? Because that one is foul. Like if you
Which
want
one?
a
Myth.
Halloween almost experience, Myth.
No,
MYTH. Woof. Burned
I
all my
looked at that
nostrils.
one. It didn't look good to me. No, no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Something about it said no, no, and that's a beautiful bottle. But
Oh,
mm-mm.
gorgeous. The box is amazing too. And then you
Yeah.
spray
Yeah,
it and you
Wow.
yeah.
I tried
Halloween
Sunshine
amouage.
Woman. I got a sample of Sunshine Woman.
What do you think?
And I like it. Like I do like the tobacco and the vanilla. Like it was very nice. I think does it have oud? Does that one have oud?
I don't think
no.
so.
Or maybe it's just the tobacco. Like it was really nice, but
Right? Yeah.
maybe it's the wrong time for me to like be sampling that because we're in
Okay.
spring and I'm in like to like florals and all of this. But I put it in, I might want it later, but for now it's a no. But it's probably because of my vibes and my mood. But it was really nice. It was a really nice tobacco fragrance. It is what it is. It's an amouage. Okay.
That was my intro
Mm.
to amouage.
Yeah.
Arlena, Delicious Delights had everybody on to Sunshine Woman around that time, the 2020. Like, oh,
Mhm.
let's try it out. But I don't think that version of Osmanthus is like my favorite. So I respect
Mm.
it. I just don't think it's quite for me.
Yeah. I mean, if they were
Mhm.
$20, I buy them all.
Okay, of course. All
Be
If
like,
right.
they
oh
were
So
well.
$20, I'd have more than the ones I have.
Yeah.
we were
Right?
talking about, I guess, like kind of old school amouage, but I have an old school fragrance. Is it old school
Okay.
yet? Old school now? Let's see what you guys think. So I pulled out this one because I think when I got it, it was a little challenging. It was complex. Like I would like to wear it, but it just felt a little complex for day to day. But this is Angel Muse EDP.
That's
She
EDT.
Yes, I think she followed up like the angel because she has all of the gourmand notes with caramel and passion fruit. So it's passion fruit, hazelnut with some caramel and chocolate and akigala wood in the base. And so this one is just doing all the things and it has a bit of that angel DNA. So this is one that I find a little challenging, but the EDT with it having that sweeter, like passion fruit and fruity notes, it's a little bit more approachable than the EDP. It's a little bit darker, but with the passion fruit and fruity notes, it lightens it up in this one. So this is this old school,
I
guys?
don't.
I don't know.
I have
Look, by
never smelled
YouTube
the EDP.
standards,
By YouTube standards, I guess I would say yes.
Oh,
where
yes.
Angel
Yes.
I love it.
right?
That's a beautiful one. That is a beautiful one.
It
I love
Anything
the
that
is.
we
passion
were,
fruit in there.
anything we talked about during the pandemic is old school at this point.
Oh,
Matter of fact,
okay.
it's
Yes. It
ancient.
feels like it's in the
It is
history books or
ancient
something.
because
Yeah.
right,
It's like black and
right. We're
white
gonna get
movies at this point.
right because If it didn't come out 3 months ago, it's old as fuck. Okay.
Well, guess what?
Yeah.
I'm wearing all the old AF fragrances around here because that
You
I
know
have them all
what?
in my
You know
collection.
what? For me, this year, 2025 has been about buying fragrances that are not new, that have been around, but I never sampled them or I never tried them. I've always wanted to buy them, and just what's good is good. Like, and usually sometimes the newest things are just like, man, they're not bringing anything to the table. Good things that have been around, they just been like brushed to the side and all of that. So, I really want to try, like, it's hard. I'm not gonna, like, I have an addiction, okay? So
We
I
all
really
do. We
want
all do.
I
Okay,
really
first
want to
off,
get into my collection and keep, stay in there. Stay in
Yes,
there.
okay, so
And
first
not
off, you
keep
do not
not
have
keep
an
going out
addiction.
there.
You know how I feel about that.
right.
You do not have an addiction. You have a joy, a love for it. Because
Yeah.
I want us to get out the mindset that what we do is wrong. By saying it's an addiction, we make it this wrong, this guilty thing that we're doing. And we're not doing anything. Just because other people don't understand the fact that we have hundreds of fragrances,
They don't. They don't understand.
forget them. You see how I clean that up? You see how I did that for you? Because Kia was like, there she go with that F bomb again. Forget them. You
Sticky
know,
succubus.
and stop speaking. We need to stop speaking that addiction word out there, because it has become this buzzword for people who are into fragrances. Oh, they're addicted to it. Oh my god, they're over consuming. You can never use honest up in a lifetime, and whatever, and scene. I don't care. And so, I'm just saying, because I think if we stop buying into saying we have an addiction and just standing firm like the men do, because men don't give a damn. They gonna have that. Sebastian, the perfume guy, does not care if you think he has an addiction. He has thousands and he cares not. Redolescents, none of them allow people to make them feel this way about what they like and what they're doing. And we need, as women, to stop allowing people to make us feel like the things that give us happiness and joy is fucked up, including other women, because they're
Mhm.
buying into the misogyny that's out there. Okay, I'm off my high horse. Let me
I'm
go get my.
gonna go disagree
You
a
can put
little
the
bit,
emoji to
and
That
back
was
that.
that was
That's the
beautiful. That
emoji.
was beautiful. That was
but I'm
Let me
gonna
beautiful.
go
go
get my next.
disagree a little bit. It's easier for them not to care when people are sending them stuff all the time. They'll just keep passing it along the screen.
And remember,
Meanwhile, we always
there's
being
always
like
that. Remember, there's always the haters. The haters that are gonna be like, "Oh, you have so much perfume. Do you need more?" Blah.
that
You
part
know,
too.
that mind your
Well, I
business.
was
Mind your
featured in one of
business.
those videos.
Mind
Y'all
your
know that, Ray.
business.
No.
I was
Find some
featured in
business
one.
first and then mind it. Say what? I
I was
missed what you
featured in
said,
one.
Louise.
Someone who did an overconsumption video put my collection up, and I
Yeah, I
commented,
remember you said that.
because what they said was, they're spending all this money and they should be putting, first off, don't clock my money. Number two, you don't
Yeah.
know
Don't
what
get
I
to tell me
have
what
or
to do
how.
with my
My
money.
pockets.
Don't clock my
Exactly.
money
You didn't earn my
unless
money.
you
You
gonna
don't
put
get to
some
tell me
money in my
what
pocket. Unless you putting some money in my pocket, do not clock my money. And
Exactly.
so it was like and that's what she said was, it was like in reference to, look at how much she has, this overconsumption, her excessiveness,
looking.
what-
Keep looking. Keep
and
watching.
so
That's envy.
I
That's
had to put it out there.
envy.
She didn't respond to me, of course, because I was like, yeah, that one was mine. And let me tell you, I read her to filth in a very nice way. But it was like this whole assumption that people are, you know, not paying their bills and they feed their
It's so
kids.
tired. I'm tired of
It's so tired. So
seeing it.
it's like,
Yeah.
that's a pet peeve of mine when I hear other people say it, because I know you don't have an addiction. And I don't want us to get in that mindset, because when we say these things about ourselves, it becomes the truth that we live, and feel bad about it. We're making ourselves, so many people are making themselves feel bad because they like doing something. People got hundreds of sneakers in it. They got whole rooms full of sneakers. They don't care, but we're allowing this to be our narrative, that this is us having an addiction. Oh my God, I got a perfume addiction. Okay. Well, I'm addicted to a lot of things.
If someone
So
says I have a perfume addiction, I say high five. Welcome to the beautiful world of fragrance.
Absolutely. Can I highlight this? Sunny says it's too many new fragrances. The brands are not giving us the chance to get to know the fragrance. They're back to back. Absolutely.
Mm.
And I totally agree. And so it just goes to what we were saying about like shopping our collections. And I just feel like things don't have to be old school or just because it's 3 months old. Like it's still good, it's still relevant. And I like when we all still talk about the new and the older things.
Mhm.
Let's
We
continue
can
to
look it all,
highlight
right?
those.
There's no discrimination in
I
fragrances.
No
will say
No
discrimination.
judgment. And room at the
I
table
slowed
for
down on
all
my
of it.
yeah, I've slowed down on my purchases, even though sometimes it doesn't seem that way. But I have slowed down, and I agree that I am trying to like, okay, use some of the stuff you have. And that's not because I feel like I've spent too much. It's just like start, enjoy them a little more because you kind of get it's like the shiny, pretty new. You get some new stuff, that's what you want to play with. And then you get some more new stuff. So that's the next thing you're going to play with. So I'm trying to like, okay, now I've gotten this stuff for spring and summer. Let's use it in spring and summer. And then
Mhm.
buy some more things. So that's what I'm trying to be there.
I like what June said. Perfumes are like books and music. You can never have too many. They all take you on a journey to someplace either in your past or in your future dreams. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you, June.
Snaps. Love it. Yes,
Isn't
let's
that the way
keep
you do it at work? Like,
enjoying
don't
their
you
perfume.
like this? I feel like I'm at work. You remember how whenever you work, somebody says something good, you be like,
Yes.
So who's next?
Who is
Oh,
next?
go around?
I don't
I'll go
know.
next.
Whoever wants to go next.
Just
Ooh, tell us
Andrea
about that,
Mack.
Veronica.
Very
Oh.
Ooh, what's this?
complex. It's
That
unusual complex because it reminds me of the fall and Halloween. This came out in like late spring. I think it was last year, but for me, it feels like a fragrance. You just say that type of stuff all the time and forget there's another half of the world that lives in the opposite season, right? So like comment sometimes saying, why would release now? It's a winter fragrance. Well, half of the world, was in the opposite season. And they buy fragrances too. So anyway, this is like a chocolate boozy fragrance. It has apple. It's like bright and happy and fun and reminds me of spooky season. There's something really sort of spooky about this. Maybe a little woody, but there's definitely a boozy note, happy apple, and like a dark, almost dusty chocolate that's also creamy at the time. And I know that's weird to think of dusty and creamy, but it is, and it just works. And it has a little bit of mystery. Now, all the Andrea Mack bottles look like this, but I love this particular scent is in a black bottle because it reminds me of like a dark, spooky Halloween scene with like a black cat and the moon in the background. It works. And it smells really very unisex. Anybody can wear it. I don't think it's for everyone, but it's just interesting and different and quiet and makes you come back to sniff to try to figure out what it is that you're smelling. So that's my next one. Just.
Ooh, I've never heard of that one.
okay.
That sounds
Okay.
awesome.
Should I
Sure,
just chicken?
let you finish chewing. Because your mouth
You're
looks
eating
full.
chicken. She's eating the chicken.
She's absorbing the alcohol with the.
Oh, I have another monologue. I'm good. This is for Veronica. Your line, nosy B.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Love
I
this
love
one.
it. Yes. Yes.
So it has
Someone.
taken me a year and a half to love this, to really like this fragrance. When I first got this, I was like, what the hell did I buy? What the
little
hell
weird.
did I buy? It's kind of weird. And I love ylang ylang. So it is really very strong on the ylang ylang. But it was like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. And I kept hearing you talk about it. And I kept saying, okay, I'm gonna try to listen to what she said, but this ain't working. I was probably gonna contact you like, no, girl, it did not work. But it does have this kind of tropical vibe to it, and now I see the rich, deep tropicalness of it, and it's such a rich ylang ylang, and
It's
it is not for
sexy.
everybody. It's
It's
very
sexy.
sexy. It's very
Yeah.
sexy, especially as it dries down. And it is not for everybody because it is really intense fragrance. And I think sometimes for me,
It's
complexity
thick.
comes
It's
from
right.
that.
It's thick. It's pretty thick.
Mhm. But I think
Yeah.
it comes from that intensity of fragrance sometimes that makes it complex for me because sometimes it can be overwhelming. Like this is an overwhelming fragrance. I
You have to.
honestly bought it to use it like to layer with things because like I have Mimosa Tanneron by them by Paris Monte Carlo, and I have Absolute de Osman. Those are really beautiful fragrances, but they also are really good to layer with those type of fragrances. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get Ylang. It's gonna go with these Ylang. I was like, no, because you cannot layer this with anything
Mm-mm.
because it will
Mm-mm.
overpower anything
Too
you put
much.
on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saucy one.
I don't know that I
Saucy
like
chicken.
Lang that much.
Well, see, okay, so let me just tell you why I like Ylang so much. Years ago, I was very much heavily into aromatherapy, and Ylang is a natural pheromone. So I used to douse myself in Ylang oil when I was single. I, listen, perfume is used for seduction, okay? So,
Yeah, the narcotic flowers, all that.
Lulu has videos on that. If you
Mhm.
want to check them out, she has videos on that.
so yeah.
Uh,
So, it was, so that's why I wanted it because I felt like it was gonna be this really gorgeous, but it does take a lot for you to really get into that one. So yeah, that
yeah,
would take a lot for me.
that
You got to
probably
mean to
would
wear that.
be down my lane. So I have my last one is this beautiful baby. This
Oh,
is the Tom Ford's Black Orchid, the parfum.
Yes.
So this one is everybody's most hated fragrance. Like either you love it or you hate it.
Love.
Very divisive, but it's such a beautiful fragrance to me. It's like Queen of
what
the Night.
what is the difference
Mm-hmm.
between that one and the original?
So I think this one is a bit boozier than the
Oh,
original one. Yeah,
okay.
so this has notes of truffle, plum, rum, summer lang ylang, black orchid, and patchouli. But the way that I used to classify this as my rum raisin with some flowers. It just has this like rum raisin ice cream thing about it to me. But very boozy, dark flowers, very seductive, very I just call her Queen of the Night because she leaves that trail behind and just make you intrigued and like and
That
seduces you.
gold, that gold
Every
bottle is
gold
so
bottle is
like
beautiful.
royal. Yeah.
And
So
I know
that's
that people love
Black
Black
Orchid.
Orchid. I can't stand it.
You
It
so you
smells
can't
like
stand it.
baby.
I love Black Orchid. You
I
got to be
know.
in the right
Veronica, you
I know.
mood.
like it?
I
It's the
blame
vibe.
It
this
It's the
smells like
vibe.
because
baby aspirin to
I
me.
got engaged.
It smells like baby aspirin
Really?
to me. So I
I love
How
cannot.
that.
she
Your
did the
husband
deal.
loves it.
I
Yes,
don't
and
know why,
especially
but
the parfum. Yeah.
and I know people love it, and I was like, no. But there's something. It's not just in that one. It's a time for something he puts in his smell like baby aspirin to me. So I just can't get with it. It smells like just St. Joseph's baby aspirin to me.
I feel like Black Orchid is like a villain scent. Like it's like this
It
bad,
is.
like I don't know, the one from Snow White, the queen, the evil queen. That is like I feel it could be her like a scent. It could be her like her fragrance. That one, Black
Right.
Orchid.
That's like Alien, because either people love it or they hate it. Like I'm
Love
not
it
an
or hate it.
Alien.
Don't,
I don't
Mhm.
like
nobody
the
talks
OG
about
too much, but I love the flankers.
What did you say,
it.
Veronica?
I said, don't no nobody talk about my alien. What's
We
the
love
black spider
Alien.
that has the red on it? Is it called the Black Widow? The name of it
Mm,
that's Black Orchid.
okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so um but I have a love-hate relationship with the original OG Alien. Some days it's like great, and then some days it's like nah. But I love all the Alien flankers. It's so weird because I love the Alien flankers, but that OG, mm-mm-mm. But I was an Angel girl back in the day.
Oh,
Oh, you see, yeah,
I'm
either
both.
right. But most one or the other. I get it.
But now I don't like Angel that much, but I do like the aliens better than the angels. Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Thing how like
Yeah.
change like yeah.
I'm gonna have to put this up here because I got things.
If I can find
Robert,
Oh,
I have to find
I don't have enough money to afford your taste. Okay.
Okay, so let me say this. You know what's gonna happen is you're gonna be buying Kia's fragrances. That's what's
Exactly.
gonna happen. See, she not buying nothing for you, sir. You buying it for her. So don't get your coins together. Let them fall in
Don't get
love
your
with you,
points together, Robert.
and send them your wish list while you at it. Okay? 'Cause-
I could buy the Jerry Curl juice. And you
Right.
can buy the fragrance.
You can buy them that
uh-oh.
carefree curl activator.
Yeah. Did everybody do their last fragrance?
I think I did.
Well, I
I
have
did
one more
too.
if anyone's interested.
Yes,
We are.
absolutely.
I have one more.
Yes.
Okay. My last one is going to be Kind Intentions by Navitus. Now, let us admire this mint green,
Beautiful.
beautiful bottle. Okay.
Beautiful color.
Beautiful.
And then we're going to spray. All right. Let me back up. Oh, oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. Okay. This, and I keep eating. I've been eating fragrance all night. Okay. So this one has, I'm going to give you the notes. I'm going to give you the notes. Seaweed. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. I know seaweed is like, what?
Right.
No. Seaweed, Italian mandarin, iris, okay, iris, frankincense, white flowers, oak moss, Madagascar vanilla, musk, sandalwood, and benzoin. So basically, this is a aromatic. It does give you some kind of a spa vibe because it has this marine vibe going, but it has a
Mhm.
lot of vanilla and it's creamy and it's
Mm.
so good. But it is not for everyone. But this will get you compliments, okay? People that don't understand this will be like, wow, what is that? You smell good. They don't understand, but they know this smells really, really good.
Mhm.
And Sunny, shout out to Sunny. Sunny, are you here? Sunny from Sunny
She's in the
Sense
chat.
was
Yeah,
Yep.
she's
she was
here.
the one. She was the one who told me about this one that I didn't pay attention. Because so many new releases, all of that, and I was like, okay, I got a sample of it, and I was like, wow, this is good. Okay,
It is good.
Yeah.
but it's complex. That's why I wanted to mention it tonight.
And again, similar to the Amouage lineage.
Right.
So good. They did a
I don't.
great
I
job on
don't
it.
find like I feel like they're like in
Oh,
the
yeah.
same like
Cousins.
they live on the same street, but
Okay.
they're not
Same
the
neighborhood.
same. They're
No,
different
I don't think they're the
families. They
same. I
have
think
different
they're
families
cousins.
with different like upbringings.
I think they're like cousins.
There you go, cousins. Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Lineage is the cousin with the with the money.
The city cousin.
maybe, maybe,
No, that
maybe,
suburban cousin
maybe
who lives like
kind
in the
intentions
gated
could be
community.
the one with not so much money, but like they make really good food and good parties, stuff like that.
Got the
Maybe
drinks.
The
got
Right,
the
caterer.
lineage. They
drinks.
live in a gated community. They got the swimming pool. They give all the parties, but
They have
kind
floodlights in the
intentions.
front of their
But
house.
kind intentions makes the food. See,
Right.
that's how
Yeah.
they work. They
Lineage
have the
doesn't know
house.
how to work the washing
You'll be like,
machine.
I
You
want
know.
to go over there where the kind of
Right,
intentions is
right,
at.
right.
Yeah.
They visit and they cook. They come with the pans of food because the chick lineage don't know how to cook, but she got the house that they can have a party in.
Right.
They don't, they don't, they don't.
I'm kind intentions, by the way.
Lineage has a chef.
Right.
Kind of tense.
I'm kind intentions. I'm the one bringing the pan of food.
Okay.
You
Wow.
know. And let me just tell you all what I did for you all.
What did you do for
7
us?
p.m. during the week is my garden time during work days. Because, during the summertime, I get to, act like I'm a rich white woman and don't have to work. But because I work like a slave with them kids. But during this time, it's 7 p.m. here. It's my time to go out and check the garden and everything. So for you all, I did not go out. So I'm just letting you know. This is. I said, dang, it is 7 o'clock here, huh? Okay, okay, okay. But I like them ladies, so I'll give because I almost said no, just for my garden. But I said, but I like here. I like Rose. This will be Veronica. Is this your first live?
You know, like me? How come my name wasn't in there?
I'm about to get you, Veronica. God damn. I talked to them before. You're the first time. You're new. You're new here. So I'm just asking, is this your first? Is this your
May
first
this
live?
may this repeat. May this repeat.
In a
Is
long
this
time.
your first live?
Years ago. Do you guys remember Masked Man reviews?
Yes.
Jay?
Yes.
I did one with
You
you
did do something with him.
Michael and oh my gosh, the woman in Chicago, Maud. The four of us did one together like 3 years ago or something. Long time. I haven't-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Maud. Well, yay for us doing a live together. Thank you for joining us, Veronica.
Thank you.
And
Lighting
so,
snaps all around for you guys and for the audience. The audience came strong tonight.
yes, thank you all for joining
Thank you,
us. I hope that
everyone.
everybody subscribed,
I
liked
really
the video.
appreciate. I want to say that I really appreciate everyone for being here tonight. And remember
Yes.
to subscribe to each and every one of these channels
But
because
most of
that
y'all are
means
already
so
subscribed to
much.
Veronica because she's the big kid in the in here.
Yes,
Please.
the
Please.
big one. She's yeah.
You know, everybody know Veronica. Veronica that chick. Veronica's that chick. You know, she's
Yes.
that cool girl. She's that cool girl from the suburbs who comes to the city, but we still like her because she's not like because you know you could tell you could tell at some point she lived in the hood, but but she moved to the suburbs. So
Jesus.
She's
she got
doing
that
better
hood feel
things.
left
She's
in her.
doing better things.
Hold up.
You know, it come out every once in a while. So she comes to the hood and we still love her.
You can take the girl out of the
Oh
hood,
my
but
goodness. Wait,
no.
we the hood. We the hood now? Jesus.
Hey, listen, I know where I am. I know where my house lives.
Well,
I'm
listen.
I'm in
I've
the
had a
hood.
time with you guys.
I'm in
This was
Chicago,
Sunny is
honey.
going to be on the next live. How many people can be on at the same time?
It depends on who does it. I can have a lot. So if it was more people, I would probably have to host it. You'd have to go through my StreamYard because unfortunately I'm still paying for this stupid thing. So if it's
Yeah,
a lot of people.
I was like, oh, I have to upgrade. Okay.
I made
But-
you upgrade.
No.
I'm sorry.
But it's okay. I'm glad we did it. I'm glad we're here.
Nah, because if you want to do more people, you don't want to upgrade, kid, just let me know. You can use mine.
Okay.
Because I've been unfortunately paying for this thing forever. And I tried to cancel it when they went up. And then apparently they said, fuck you, Louise.
You.
We're still taking your money.
You have your
So-
credit card. All right, on the hook then
That's all right.
to join.
Yes. I've done some with how many when my birthday? Didn't I have like about 15 people in there at that time?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
But it's so anyway, what do you all before we go? What's up for the weekend? Anybody got plans?
Yes.
What
So
are you
I'm finally
doing?
going to go see Sinners. I'm super excited.
I
I'm
need
going to
to
go
go
see
see
it
it
in
too.
IMAX. Yeah. And then
movie?
I said I planned a mom and son date with my son.
Aw.
And I'm taking him to, we have like a Lego exhibit here where it's like all these beautiful works of art out of Legos. And like he's been playing with Legos since he was a kid. My sister like clowns me about she thinks it's like a 6-year-old type of thing. And I'm like, it's really not. So we're going to do that. And we're going to go to a new restaurant that's in town, like a very, very popular YouTuber and Instagrammer chef opened up a new restaurant. So we're going to go check that out.
That's nice.
What you doing,
Pray
Rose?
for those in the area.
Rose is gonna get some rest from all this champagne.
I
I
love
was
Listen,
that.
trying. I
rest is
love
good.
watching Netflix. I'm a big Netflix and series
What are
person.
you watching right now?
No, right now, I actually started watching. You remember the Three Musketeers?
Yes.
There's like a remake, but it's in French. So
I've seen it. I've
I've
seen it.
I started watching that, so I'm like, oh, s'il vous plaît, voila,
Yeah, yeah.
Messi,
I
you
watch a
know,
lot of foreign shows, so yeah, I've seen that
yeah.
Yeah.
one.
It's very. That's what I've been. I started watching that. That's the latest. That's the latest.
Okay.
Okay.
Love it. How about you,
What
Lulu?
are you up to, Veronica?
I gotta catch up on Real Housewives of Atlanta because I heard Kenya got kicked off the show for being Kenya.
Being
I can't
Kenya,
wait to
right?
being Kenya. That's all I say. I don't like to trash folks on the air, but I'm a Kenya fan. But I don't like how she acts sometimes. So anyway, I gotta catch up on that. I got videos, film and edit.
You
I
know,
know,
okay.
because I'm like, look, we're getting to the end of the month, and it's almost awards time. So
That's
we're
true.
looking
That's
forward to
what filmed
that.
actually.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
tomorrow on the end of the month. Yeah.
Yep.
So
How about you,
I
Lulu?
need to. I'll be gardening because I got a lot of stuff I'm trying to get done before the end of the month, and it's a lot. I lost my mind this year. It's a lot going on in this backyard, so it's a lot I got to do. And the thing is I try to make sure I just do a little bit so I don't overwhelm myself. So on the weekends, I do like 2 or 3 hours each day, try to do each day.
Mhm.
So the backyard will be Saturday, the front yard will be Sunday because I got to dig out all these ugly little daylilies. That's going to take me a few hours. I hate daylilies.
You most struggling.
I hate daylilies. They overrun your yard. So I'm digging them out. So I'm doing that. I got to film. And clean up this room because when you do this kind of stuff, the problem is your room gets ridiculously torn up when you're pulling out fragrances all the time, when you're trying to figure out stuff like that. It's like all over the place. So I need to put everything away.
Lulu,
Best fragrances for hard garden work: sweat and
that's the next
dirt.
five.
Sweat and dirt.
Eh.
I mean, because I'm not one of those people who like, okay, I'm going outside, let me put on my fragrance. Usually like I have certain times, like I go out first thing in the morning if it's decent, if it's not too cold, like I'll just get up and I'll go outside. So the most I'm going to do is put on some music in my ears and just sit there and be quiet so that my grandkids don't hear me, and then they'll want to
Mhm.
come out and help grandma. And then I
Ah,
just gotta manage them. And
more time, yeah. Yeah.
so I love them. The reason why, in case you all, there was a point where I know you were like, what is going over there? And I started laughing and was not laughing at you all. But Bianca was telling me, Brooklyn, the 3-year-old, she's getting potty trained. And apparently she took off her uh, pull up and decided to use the bathroom on the floor. So,
With the little
God
surprise.
bless the potty trainers.
and then said, ooh,
God
this is
bless.
nasty. She said, she pointed and said, ooh, nasty, clean it up.
Yeah.
I was like, we're going to do that
Oh,
because I don't do that. That's a rule
God
that I don't touch
it's messy.
diapers like
God bless the
that.
potty trainers.
So God bless them. So I was like, go on, do y'all thing. There's certain
Whew.
things I do. I buy shoes, I buy clothes. I do not change diapers like that, and I don't wipe behind. It's not part of the GG code of ethics. No, no. Mm-mm. I do the fun stuff. That's what grandmas are for. We're the fun people. We have progressed to be the fun people. I don't have to discipline. I give you candy in
Yeah.
the
Well, you
morning.
earned that. You earned that.
Exactly.
So
I give him ice cream in the morning, and then my son-in-law, my son-in-law
ice
is
cream
like,
and
"You
cookies
know,
for breakfast.
no." But here's where I'm going to go with this. What's the difference between ice cream and sugared cereal? Not a damn
Not a
thing.
damn thing. Nothing at all. Honestly, nothing at
So
all.
honestly, so
Yeah.
I said,
Pick your
why not
poison,
give them
right?
ice
Pick your
cream?
poison.
So I give them ice cream when they want it. But I'm a grandmother. So that's my
Wow.
plan for this weekend. But I do want to see Sinners. I've heard so much about it, but
Me
I get
too.
so scared. So tell me, is it super scary? Key, after you see it, because I I have issues now because of the effects are so realistic that they freak me out on a deep level. So it's hard for me to
Oh,
watch that kind of stuff. So if
okay.
it's not too intense, let me know because I really want to see it. But if it's
Okay.
too intense, I can't mess with it because I'll be in there.
Karen
You
said
know?
it's not super scary. Okay, good to
Okay,
know.
okay, because I can't do super scary, y'all. This heart, and I'm close to 60. My heart is weak. I have a heart attack in there. I will have a heart attack in there. Oh my
Have you
God, I
guys
gotta tell y'all a
seen,
story before we get off. I gotta tell y'all a story.
Long
Shouldn't
story
even
short,
telling
short
this.
story long. Which
It's a
one?
short story. So I'm in class the other day, and they say, "Hey, we're having a soft lockdown." So you understand, a soft lockdown means you just have to stay in the room. You can't. No one can leave the room. So we're
Okay.
like, okay, well, what's going on? Then all of a sudden they say hard lockdown. I'm like, oh fuck, what's going on? Hard
no.
lockdown means everybody has to clear the halls. You have to get in the corner just in case. Because
Do all
that. I had one student who was trying to talk crazy. I said, I'm gonna throw your ass out there in the hallway because what I'm not gonna do is be
Throw them to the wolves. You're on your own, kid. Get out of here.
listen. If I'm not gonna get you, you know what I'm saying? If there's a shooter in this building and you want to talk, you're gonna talk to him out there. You're not gonna talk to him out in here with me. So I suggest you shut up. So now, of course, we live in this time. Apparently, the kids were posting it up in the front of the school. Parents were fighting with students.
Stop it. Like
I
fisticuffs?
can't.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And the
That is
reason, and
crazy.
it went on for a minute because the way it's like on this, it's like the part of the front of the school is like to the side. So the guy who's in the front at the front door, he's looking this way. It was like to the side of him. So till anybody looked over that way, they wouldn't notice that this was going on because they were out there for like quite a bit of time before anybody came out there to try to break it up. Because we have police in the school too. So it was like, and then this is the most scary part about it. One of these children was stabbing we were all in there freaking out because thank God we found out it must have been a pencil. But this kid was seriously stabbing at another child. So we were like, oh my God, is he killing him? Because if he had had a knife,
Oh my
this would
God.
have been a different story altogether. But it was their parents. So what we found out was that there was some type of fight the day before. They came in for mediation to get these kids,
Stop.
to talk. They were coming in for mediation about these kids fighting. And as they were all coming in, they started fighting in the front of school.
What level do you teach?
High school. These were high schoolers.
The comments. I mean, this
Yeah.
is why we can't have nice things. People don't know how to
This
act. Wow.
right.
I mean, I'm speechless.
Yeah. So these, from what I know, this is what the bad part is. These were like freshmen. So these parents were beating up on like 14-year-old kids because apparently it was some brothers that jumped on this other boy. So then his family, I guess they saw them all coming in and decided, oh, we're gonna handle it right here on the lawn. And then and it was so wild because the kids were filming the whole thing. They tried, some of them got away and they left one behind and jumped in the car and left one of them and he got arrested.
Oh my
I
goodness.
was like, so not only are you out here fighting kids, but you're gonna leave one behind. Yeah, there's no honor among thieves. No honor among thieves. So that was my week. That was my week.
You deserve
Of course.
a gardening weekend.
The gardening and the
Right?
cocktail. Gardening.
Namaste.
Hey, well, I mean, at least they weren't shooting. So, my friend said there was a thing at her school this week where they said there was some kids talking about they were trying to circle the school talking about they were going to do this. And there was like, so honestly, it's sad, but it happens more than you think. Like parents come up to schools more than you think to fight kids. It's quite amazing.
I believe it. I see it all the time. I see it all the time.
Yeah.
It's madness.
Yeah. Yeah, this one lady last year pulled a staff member out and pulled her out and yeah, they got into it. Yeah, so it's a very treacherous job, but thank God So
You
Chicago
need
Public Schools.
hazardous duty pay.
Chicago Public Schools are starting to pay us better, so I'm okay. I'm gonna take that money and go on vacation. Just ratified the union.
Well,
They just ratified our contract. Woo-hoo. I think we are the almost like third or fourth best, highest paid in the country. Okay, Chicago. We might not do many things well, but at least they paying the teachers.
oh my.
All right. Oh, but for the people who are gardeners, just a heads up, check Lowe's, because if you're looking for big pots to like put things in, yeah, what are you sniffing on, Key? You just been out back here like
Just all the ones we talked about. That's great.
It's having a moment. Having a moment.
Yeah, because they're all wafting.
so. If you're looking for a pot at a good price, look in your Lowe's, because they're discounting a lot of them, but they're not putting them on sale. You have to go on the app and find them. So if you need pots for your house, go there.
Look, I had to soothe my spirit because there was some unfortunate events happening at Lulu School. Like,
let me tell you though, I agree, because sometimes that's what you have to do. I come home and that's what I do, decompress. I go garden, I go sit outside and
craziness.
I mean, but we all have to decompress from something, because especially if you work a job, somebody. And so, yeah, I go back to my addiction back here.
This is a happy place. This is our happy place, okay? This is a happy place.
No, we are legal here, but I don't indulge in that, even though I would grow it if I thought I could still sell it.
Broccoli
I actually have broccoli and lettuce right now. Actually, I have a lot going on back there.
You got tomatoes?
Tomatoes can't come out in Chicago yet. It's not warm enough. Like it's warm enough where you are. We can't put them out until mid-May, but I have tomato plants in the house that I grew. So cucumbers and tomatoes are waiting in the house, and peppers. Right now I have cold weather things like lettuce, broccoli, not asparagus, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, carrots, shallots, scallions, and I'm putting out potatoes.
And you really you cook what you use, or is it just a hobby?
I use it.
Okay.
I use it. And now this year I have a friend that I told her that I want her to get in to learn how to can things, because I ain't got time for all that. So like a lot of the things I do, like I do Amish paste and San Marzanos, because I like for paste to make tomato paste. So I make my own sauce, and then I do sun-dried tomatoes with those, because those are the best for it. And then like last year I had too many. I don't do hot ones.
Robert's jokes.
Oh yeah, no, but Pepper do have them, but I get it. I get it. Do I grow flowers too? Yes. You should grow flowers for one of the reasons, because you want pollinators, and some of them are actually good pest deterrents to your yard. But I also do a lot of pollinators, because I just want to help the ecosystem as much as I can. Because if I had enough, I would have beehives. I would have beehives, but I just don't have the space to have them far enough away from the kids. But I definitely would have them, because we need to save these bees. Stop killing bees. We need them.
Save the bees.
Save the bees. So yeah, I do a cut garden. I do zinnias. I do cosmos, and then I have my front yard garden. So that's all flowers.
Do you still grow tuberose?
Do I still grow what?
Tuberose.
It cut you off. Do I grow what?
Tuberose.
Yes, I still buy. Yes, they can't come out yet because it's too early for them here. Like, because they're not a perennial here, so you have to lift them out. So I did do last year gardenias and tuberose, and I'll probably have those again. So yeah, I do those. I'm trying to do eucalyptus this year, but they've challenged me, but I'm determined to beat them, because I feel like I pay too much for eucalyptus. I should be able to grow this stuff. So I'm trying to grow it. So yeah, so that's a and lavender, all the herbs and stuff that you need around the house. Because I have been making tea. Didn't I send you some tea, Rose?
Yes.
So I've been making tea.
My son is super into tea, and he said that was really good. Who did that? So I was like, "Oh, that's Lulu. She's from
Oh,
YouTube."
nice.
And he was like,
Yeah,
"Okay, she did good." Yeah, so he
yeah,
really loved it. That's
yeah.
Ben done. He's Ben.
Yeah, so I've been making I'm having a tea garden too, a little tea garden. So do I have a large garden? I absolutely do not. I'm starting to show it. I'll probably show it this weekend where I am right now. But this is a really small space. It's just I'm utilizing the space very well.
That's awesome.
Hives and cells. I really want hives really bad. I'm gonna get some land and have some hives.
Why don't you want a beehive? Just
Only because my yard is not big enough, and you need a certain amount, and I need them to be
yeah.
away from the kids for now because they're so
No,
young.
I understand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so once I get a bigger space, like a larger yard, I'll put them in the back. I'll get like two or three. Plus, they'll be old enough to understand, and I won't have to worry about them, especially the
Yeah.
baby, because she'll come over there with a bat.
What is that? What is that
Imagine.
song? What is that song? It's like the bees and the trap. The bees and the trap. Something like that.
Bees in the trap.
Yeah.
I'm not,
What is that song?
um. Somebody said, "Can I do a gardening vlog?" Okay, I am the worst vlogger ever. I went to a YouTube creator thing and I don't even have a picture. So I'm terrible at vlogging. I admire vloggers because I went to this creator collective thing that YouTube did here in Chicago, and I got no pictures. I got no videos. But I was there. I promise y'all I was there. I wish
That,
and
but you know what? That's like vacation and and a lot of experiences. Like you want to like really
Yeah,
live
do.
in the moment and like having the camera, taking the phone. It does
It's a
take something
lot.
away from it. It takes something
Yes.
away. It does. You know, in the moment, it's like you can't replace that. Like with the phone in the hand, the camera, blah blah blah. It's not the same. Like you do want
right.
to like have pictures and videos to like remember, but like if you let
Yeah.
go of your phone, it's a whole different thing.
Right. And I
It
come
is.
from a time when we didn't have phones. So,
Mm-hmm.
doing the whole phone thing that's not the norm for
Yeah.
me. So it's like hard for me to remember, oh, get out your phone. And it was like I was looking at everybody like, you should get out your phone, Louise. I was like, yeah, yeah, okay, whatever. But that's the way it is. And I agree, Rose. I totally agree because I hate being in events or something and everybody's sitting there on their phones like this. It drives me insane. It's like, can we talk to each other? Come on.
Yeah.
Now I wouldn't say that it was very good to see because people were talking to each other and interacting. So there was a lot of mingling. And
Mhm.
if you get those, and do you all get the invites from YouTube? You don't have
Yeah.
don't you
They're like
don't
in Los Angeles and New York or whatever. So
no, they're doing them all over now. So when they show if they have it, look on the list because I think they have one near you, Veronica, because now they're trying to do them all over. Because I was surprised they had one here. Because Chicago isn't a big YouTube city. We don't have a lot
Mhm.
of that's not the thing here. So, but yeah, they are doing them more and they are reaching out to smaller channels as opposed to the really huge channels. So it was like really nice to see that they were giving smaller people a chance to feel
mm-hmm.
that vibe, because usually when you see stuff like that, it's the big, huge people, like the Jackie Inas, it's all of them. And so all of us who are the people who really, 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 really right now are maintaining YouTube for them. And that's the truth is the smaller creators. So they are doing more initiatives for smaller creators. So you might want to check in, if you get those emails, open them up because they're actually
Then I have to
putting a
go be
lot of information.
social.
I know.
I'm an introvert. This is as much as I can take in terms of like people. Can you imagine being in that room? Like, Lulu, are you an extrovert?
I am.
Okay. That's it.
I am.
Yeah. Walk into that room and like meet everyone. I mean, I can do it. You have to do it for work, right? But yeah, the awkwardness.
I feel like I'm nervous. I can get nervous, but I just it's really hard for me to find people that I actually like in this world. So if there's something that, we can share that we love, I feel like it's a beautiful connection. And if I ever see any of you in real life, don't be scared, but I'm gonna hug you so hard. So hard.
But that's what you're supposed to do. Because like I've met Joss. Me and Joss had lunch.
Oh
That was so much
yes,
fun.
she's in the
I've
chat.
met Amina. I've met Amina. Me and
Oh,
Jerry have met. I've met Faith. I've met a few people because I
have you
think it's
met Liz?
important that you, huh?
Have you met Liz? Naturally, Liz.
Yes,
Isn't she in your
but like in passing, because she bought something from me and I gave it to her, so we haven't like hung out. Me and but Josh, and matter of fact, Josh was in here talking about this is so great seeing you
Yes.
ladies on here. You know what I'm gonna say, right, Veronica? Josh, you should be on here with us.
Joss.
Hello, right?
Yes.
I miss Josh.
We
We
She used to
all
be
miss
my
miss
Josh.
Yeah.
she used to be my
Can you
6
believe that she's still
a.m.
there?
fix. She used to be my 6 a.m. fix. I always knew her videos came on at 6 a.m. And when I was getting ready for work, I would be like, okay, Joss is coming on with something. Oh, but Sunny, I honestly
Funny.
would love to like go to like different places where people are, because I do want to come to the DMV area. I've been trying. And when I get there, I expect to meet everybody. That means you too, Veronica, because I know you're in Virginia, right?
Woo!
That means you too, honey. Because I know I'm gonna meet Kia. I already got a list of people.
Kia
Where
and
I'm
Rose.
from
Kia?
Maryland. Can you guys still hear me?
Florida,
Yes.
Florida,
Okay.
Florida. Florida over here. Florida, Disney. Mickey
My
Mouse.
mic went out.
Oh, well, you know what? We're planning on. Are you in the Disney World area, Rose?
Not in the area, but I can get around there. Close
Because I
enough.
know I'm going to Disney World next year. We're already planning to take the kids there. So I will let you know when we plan it so we can meet up.
Oh yeah, I would love that. I would love that.
Yeah, Kia, don't you go to perfume parties?
So if it's not like a perfume party per se, but it's swaps and meetups to
Yeah.
smell and sniff together. So those are perfume parties to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have them pretty frequently here, I think.
Yeah, because the DMV, you guys have like a really like serious like group of people. Chicago is kind of funny. I went to a perfume swap here, but it's like Chicago is kind of just really getting into perfumes, like
Okay.
we're Midwestern, we take forever, and so they're they're kind of new to it. And so like when you because I went to a swap and it was kind of cute. It was cute to me because we've been around for so long, right? And been doing this for a while. And it was like the things that they were like all excited about. I was like, oh yeah, okay. So it was like people were trying to like, would you like this? And I was like, nah, I already had that. Nah, I got that. So it wasn't as much for me, but I did have a good time. It was great. But it's like here in Chicago, it's just like getting to the point where people are really getting into fragrances. And so with them really getting into fragrances, they're like they are doing the most. Yeah. So it's like, nah, I'm good. I'm like you, Veronica, at that point. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Because, they're like, let's meet up at House of Dubai. They're all full retail people right now. Chicago's full retail right now. And I'm like, no, thank you. I'd be like, no, thank you. And they are very much either Middle Eastern or super niche and very snobby. So you have the two groups. It's like the people who are cool with the Middle Easterns and the dupes, and then we have the super niche snobs here. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. So I kind of like sit here by myself with my fragrance.
Go on Carlton cruise. Can you imagine, Robert? That's hilarious. Can you imagine a bunch of fragrance fanatics on a cruise together? We passed each down the hallway for scents.
But that would be so fun.
I would love that.
Love that.
Can you just imagine?
I love that.
We were talking about we should meet up in Vegas. It was a bunch of us talking about.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so fun.
And because think about it, we'd all be bringing all this stuff. Girls, smell this. Ooh, have you smelled this? It would be like a big old slumber party.
Yes. Yes,
The thing is, we need to go
Vegas would
someplace
be ideal.
where it's enough places that you could go to like try things and things like that, but also a big enough space where it just be like a big old party thing, because you don't want everybody in different spaces because it'll be difficult. So yeah, like a cruise would be great because you're all stuck there. So then you'd have to hang out. Ah,
Each other's house.
right. That would be so fun.
Love
Dialogue would
that.
choke everybody out.
Right. Wait a minute, they would hate the
The
cruise
food
people would
smelled like
the cruise members would
perfume.
hate us. They would either love us to death or they'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah, they'd be walking around with
They'll be
gas
like,
masks.
more drinks for the fragrance people.
Oh my.
Be like, who the tab is in whose name?
Perfume.
Robert's got the tab.
Yummy 411. What is that?
What do they
They'd be
mean,
like,
yummy?
Like
they'd be
perfume
like,
home.
"Her
Like
home?
you said, the attic.
Oh,
Who are these people? Can you imagine the name tags? Oh my god. You're freaking hilarious.
but the funny thing was when I was at that thing, people kept going, oh, you do smell good. I was like, I better smell good.
Can you imagine if you were foul?
Let me tell
Yeah.
you, Faith is one of the sweetest people. I love Faith. I actually wound up spending.
Yes.
I stayed at her house while I had to go visit a friend down in Atlanta when she was transitioning in her last days. So I stayed with Faith, and me and Faith had a great time. Her granddaughter is beautiful. Her husband is funny. They are such sweet people. I love Faith. That's my girl.
Aw. We
And
love
she
you.
gave
We
me.
love you, Faith. We love
I
you.
love you, babe.
Mhm.
So
And
sweet.
Perfumes by Kat is so sweet. I met her. She's really a sweet person. I love her.
Yes, she is.
She's so sweet. She's such a nice lady.
Super sweet.
Oh
My,
yeah, yeah,
well,
yeah.
well, Rose, you said we were only going to be on for an hour, and we're here almost 2 hours.
We talked about
Well,
parents, fighting kids,
I
That
mean,
that didn't work out the
ladies
way you thought it
in
was.
space.
it's all
Right.
good. It's all good.
But that
It's all
always
good.
happens. It always happens whenever you do a live. You always think,
Yeah,
okay, I'm only going to be on here for so long, and
yeah,
then it goes on and on and on.
yeah.
But at least we weren't boring.
Yeah. Again, of course, I appreciate everyone that has been here in the beginning, in the middle, in the end, all of that. We really appreciate everyone that has been here. And don't forget to subscribe to each and
Each
every
and
one of
every
these
one of us.
channels. Okay? We are just fragrance lovers, okay? And we love this beautiful world of fragrance that takes us away from all of these negative, stressful, bad things that we experience day to day.
Day to day.
Fragrance is our escape, and it is a beautiful world that has no judgment. Okay, so
And if
that's
you ju-
why
and if they judge, you come to me so I can cuss them out. Hello, good.
we will call Lulu on you.
What? So sorry.
All right.
You all have a great night. Thank you all. Thank you
All
all
right.
again, as always, to hang out with you all. It was good finally hanging out with you, Veronica. I appreciate meeting you,
Yes.
lady.
Yes,
Good
that was
time.
beautiful. Yes.
Love it.
Me and Kia have been doing this for a while. Thank you. And Rose, you are so good at this now.
I am. I
Yes,
am.
you are.
Coordinating the
Hostess.
lives.
I
Right.
need some more
Coordinating
practice.
and
I need more
everything.
practice.
Talk to you all later. Have a great night.
Okay, everyone.
Bye. Bye.